Friend Pub, which is closer to the Dock District on the north end of the town, and those two seem to be the only uh, gatherings like that in this town. There's other, there's general stores, there's stables, there's of a great apothecary store here in town as well. There's, Loudwater General, the smithy. There's a knife shop that has basically daggers and knives, and all kinds of other shops as well. So it's a pretty nice bustling town of several thousand people.
Well, if there's no other business, I think I'm gonna head to the tavern. I mean, we got here and it's like, getting dusk or
It
late
is.
afternoon, right? Yeah, so I'll just
Yeah,
head to the tavern.
it's afternoon time. So
Yeah,
y-
and frankly, I think we need to do a little bit more resting than we got in the last town and do some resupplies.
yeah, you can go to the Green Tavern, and you can actually find a room there. It's only going to cost you a gold, and you'll have a great room as well.
So it's around nighttime now.
Well, it's still early afternoon. It's we haven't progressed that far yet. I was going to let you guys spend some time in town and resupply, buy anything that you need. If you need any more torches or anything like that, they have really any kind of basic adventuring equipment that you would need. They have it here. The stable master. You can have the shoes on your horses, and you can have the wagon wheels uh, kind of just kind of replace the bearings, and because that was a long travel, so it doesn't cost you much. Just a few gold to take care of all of that.
I think we're smart to get any of those basic things we need done taken care of.
Yeah, there's definitely
Yeah, I mean a lot.
quite a bit to do here, so
I'm interested in the mage tower, but you said there's a mage tower, but I'm gonna save that for tomorrow before we
Okay.
leave, I guess, because it's a little bit late now.
yeah, that's basically where Lady Moonfire stays and spends most of her time. But she does hang
I
around
mean,
the town as well.
we could talk to her and see what's going on around here and anything that might need looking into, for instance.
I'm sure is there a place probably in the tavern, I'm guessing, to see if there's any help needed.
I can pop up the tavern. Is that the general consensus? Everyone wants to go to the tavern, or
Well, and the other thing, hey, Rhiannon, maybe she would be maybe the only one interested in that little statue we found in the temple.
I don't remember. Jog my memory on what you're talking about.
The cursed statue.
Did we sell it or
Uh,
no? I forgot.
We still have it in our possession. It's just in a box. We just never did anything with it because we didn't know who was ever gonna use it or need it or anything like that. And if there's any place that I think it may be safe, it would be in a place like this with a mage tower that actually sounds like they're supporting a village, as opposed to just benefiting themselves.
oh, you're talking about the actual little copper statue that you found on the Isle of Dread, or correct? On Isle 1, on floor 1, before delving down to the second layer, the
Yeah,
second
the one
level of
that
the dungeon.
almost charmed. Yeah, the one
No,
that
that's right.
almost
It
charmed us, right?
tried to charm Rhiannon when she grabbed that as well. She has a she has a knack for grabbing things. Have you noticed that?
Ugh. I have a knack for picking things up, yeah, that I shouldn't.
Half Kender.
Sticky fingers.
Well, I wasn't.
Yeah, I should.
I was gonna say I wasn't with the party when that was discovered, so any business that they're gonna have with that, I probably won't be involved with. So I'll probably
Well,
head to the tavern.
that would be something I would probably bring up with when I went to the mage tower. I was planning to talk shop if she's another mage and such.
Actually, Gim, that would be a great little introduction for, for the bard. Actually, if you would like to tell Laszlo why you're going to the Great Peak Mountains and kind of fill him in, that would kind of be pretty cool. Because I don't think he knows the story. So if you
Oh
kind of
no,
want
that's
to tell
fine.
him,
I just didn't want to interfere
I
with.
thought-
I mean,
I thought we did tell him the story, or
I heard the
Something.
basic part of the story. I know that why they're going to the Great Peak Mountains.
oh, okay, all right. Well, that's cool then.
I got the basics, and then why we kind of leaving the town.
I gotcha. So there you go. Now you know why you're going to Great Peak.
So, like I said, I'll probably head over to the tavern and catch up with them later, and go have a drink and play a song or two.
Okay.
That's where I am.
All right. You are at the Green Tankard Tavern. Who else is going to the Green Tankard, so I can kind of get an idea of where everyone is going? Because it is still middle afternoon. The sun isn't
if it's
midday
the
or anything.
afternoon,
So.
then if it's the afternoon, then I will definitely be interested in going to the mage tower.
Okay.
And I will head to the tavern.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
Lormar's
I
gonna
will-
head.
And I was just
Go
gonna
ahead.
bring the statue with me.
Okay.
all right. Rhiannon, do you mind if I tag along?
If you want to, go ahead.
Lormar, where are you heading? I think you're
He's
the
just
last.
gonna stay out in the tavern. He doesn't have any real interest here.
All right. So we got 3 in the tavern, and we have 2 going to the tower. So are you guys wanting to do any gambling in the tower while I... Oh, I'm sorry. Do you want to do any gambling in the inn? Or do you want to just kind of
I'll probably stick to
subtle
Fury and
AFK?
Sons.
Okay. Well, I will put you 2 at the tower now. And I believe the tower's... I think is number 2, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's not. But anyway, there is a tower there, and that is where Lady Moonfire does reside most of the time. So you are at the tower. You find the tower. I mean, it's obviously the highest structure in the town, so you're able to just weave your way through the streets and find it rather easily. It only takes you, several minutes, 10, 15 minutes.
User in your channel timed out.
We lost somebody.
I'll
Lormar. Nope.
Okay.
Don't know.
Don't know. But you guys are at the tower.
So is there like a? Well, I'll knock on the door if there's no other.
There's a
like,
doorbell. No, I'm just kidding.
Just a doorbell.
No.
well, a mage might have some sort of mechanism similar to a doorbell, but we don't know that. So is there anything like that, or?
A magical mouth appears on the door. As you go up to the door to knock on the door, a mouth appears and says, "Hello! What can I do for you today?"
Hello, I am Rhiannon Dawntreader, and I'm a mage, and I was just curious if I could meet with Lady Moonfire.
You sound so down and in the dumps for an elf. Is something bothering you?
I didn't think I sounded that down in the dumps. But,
You were looking for Lady Moonfire, I assume. Or one of the other mages of Loudwater?
indeed.
Well, Mrs. Moonfire is not here right now. But I can definitely let her know when she gets back. She's traveling around the town somewhere. I think she's at the inn or one of the taverns. Usually this time of the day she does her rounds around the town. Just checking up on everything. Keeping the people happy, as you can say.
Well, thank you for your time, then.
That's a possibility there, Fire Warrior.
It's not like he has anything else better to do. Fucking door.
I heard that. I'm just,
All the way from the tavern.
Yeah, right?
a little mouth pops up in front of you. I heard that. Oh, are you the adventurers that stole from Succumber? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, that would
I
suck.
had no part in that. I had no part in that.
Alright, so she is not, unfortunately, she is not at the tower currently at the moment. But there are some other mages there. But that is up to you if you would like to talk to any of the elders or the archmages of Loudwater.
Well, if there are other mages there, then sure, I might be interested in talking to them.
Okay. So the door opens up. And the middle-aged gentleman, good-looking guy
User joined your
with
channel.
brunette. He has a brunette hair and a long bushy beard. And he says, "How can I help you?" "Welcome to Loudwater. I don't think I've ever seen you here before."
I'm traveling. I'm a traveling mage, so I just thought I noticed that you had a mage's tower here, and I thought I would stop in and.
Yes, are there any certain
Meet you.
spells you're looking for, or anything in that regards?
Well, in fact, there are a few things I would be interested in learning, but I also have a particular nasty cursed item that I was looking for a place to, I guess, like you would say, keep out of, the wrong hands.
Ah, do you have this item on you?
It's in this box, and Rhiannon will take the box out of her pack or wherever she was keeping it,
Okay.
and she'll show it to me. Well, it's dangerous to look at.
He introduces himself as Bintel, and Bintel is the... He doesn't actually come out and say, "Well, I'm the shit of this town," but he does inform you that he is one of the archmages of Loudwater, of only several, because it is a small town, and most of the economy is driven through the Delambir River, and plus there's a lot of, I guess you could say, tourism types that are basically staying because of the High Force and the High Moors. And he takes a box from you, he opens the box, and he says, "Ooh, a Kapru. Where did you find this?"
In the Whalebone Isles, or is that the Whalebones?
Uh-huh, the whalebones. He goes, "Ooh, the northern archipelagos. You've come a long way. That's probably several weeks' travel from here. May I ask what
Indeed.
you were doing there?"
We were following up on an old journal belonging to my friend's here's father. I'll look at Gim.
I nod towards him.
"Ooh, a dwarf that looks like Chucky." No, I'm just kidding.
Ooh.
I love that picture, man. That is so great. Doesn't he look like Chucky, guys? He just looks at you and nods your head, Gim. And he nods his head at you, so. And he says, "You would like to sell this relic, or do you want to donate it so we can study it? Or I'm kind of lost of words to what you want me to do with this. Destroy it, or..."
Out of character, I'm kind of lost too. Did we want to sell it?
Well, that's not up to... He was asking you a question.
I was talking
No,
to the group.
he's asked. Yeah. So I felt that we're not probably ever going to use this thing. So either we donate it or sell it. Either one is fine. We're just trying to keep it out of evil hands.
Well, I'm sure we could probably work something out for you. Come in, come in, come in. And he leads you in, and he doesn't take you up the stairs per se, but there is sort of like a ramp going up to a second level of the tower, and there's all kinds of tables and glass vials and steam coming up from the table. It looks like a laboratory, basically. And he walks into the room. He sets the box down on the table. He says a few things. You can definitely tell that he's using magic that is beyond your knowledge, Rhiannon. And he picks the idol up. And he says, "This is definitely an interesting piece." He says, "It appears that it does have some value, but in the wrong hands, it could be quite devastating." "I don't think you really know what you have here," he says.
I just know that it tried to charm me at one point, and I managed to avoid succumbing to its magic.
Yes, he goes on and tells you that this statue that you have found is an actual a long lost relic, and it does have some definitely has a lot of value to it. But like he had said, in the wrong hands, this could be really devastating, because it does do many more things than just try to charm someone.
Well, and I'm glad I've found somebody who knows exactly what it is and how we can prevent it from being misused.
Yes, there's all kinds of symbols and some etchings on the bottom and on the base of the there's like a marble base, and under it, and there are some symbols, and then there's some writing and text on the side, and you were never able to actually decipher what it said, and you really never studied it, because as soon as you felt the overwhelming sensation of something trying to control your mind, you basically put it in the box and closed it. Well, Bintel goes on to tell you that this is a relic of great power, and this has been lost for thousands of years, and he just does not understand how it got so far away to the Wellbones. But it is of Kopru descent, but he's going to have to do more research. But the best place, he says, in all honesty, the best place to take this would be to Waterdeep, because this forgoes my knowledge of this type of relic. But what you have here is special. So he tells you he has two things that he can do for you. He can either, one, you can leave it here. He can find out more information. He could send out some couriers, dispatch some couriers to Waterdeep, and it will take, he says, probably several months' time to find out more about it. Or two, you can deliver it to Waterdeep yourself.
Well, out of character, I mean, I thought we couldn't find anybody who knew anything about it in Waterdeep.
Well, you never said that you went to the
I'm lost.
Archmages or anything like that. Go ahead.
I'm a little bit frightened to take it to Waterdeep, to be honest with you. I think if we take it there, it ends up in the wrong hands. Lady Moonfire sounds more like the type of person I would rather leave that with. I would just communicate that to Rhiannon, kind of under, in that part of that conversation.
Okay.
I'm actually kind of agreeing with you there, because there are plenty of unsavory types in Waterdeep.
Waterdeep does have 1.3 million plus people, so there are definitely some good people and definitely a lot of shady people there as well. So, but you got to take into consideration, when you were around on Waterdeep, you really weren't boasting that you had this statue either. So you basically kept it to yourself and kept it in the box the entire time.
Okay, so I mentioned to this person, I kind of look at Rhiannon like,
Mm-hmm.
Would it be better if perhaps we could, or is this important enough that we could wait for Lady Moonfire and we could come back with an appointment to meet her with regards to this?
Absolutely. She should be back within the next several hours. She usually runs about the town throughout the middle of the day, just visiting merchants. She has a good rapport here within Loudwater, so she likes to visit all of the merchants and all the other storefronts around the city on a daily basis.
On the other hand, on the other topic that we discussed earlier, I am interested in perhaps learning some new spells.
We could probably help you out with this. It may take some time, but we could definitely help you out. So would you want to leave the statue here with me, or do you want to take it with you?
Kim, what do you say?
If we are going to meet with Lady Moonfire, I would rather hold on to it until we can present it to her.
Well, that is fine with me. You have a
Alright,
great
then,
find here. And in the wrong hands, it is would be a bad situation.
Okay, so could we look around and see if there's anything we can find for Rhiannon while we wait for her? So it gives us an opportunity to kind of converse about what we found here.
Sure. What are you looking for? I mean, are you looking for knowledge? Are you wanting to take on a residency here at the tower? Are you looking to start an apprenticeship? He really doesn't know what you're talking about.
I was talking to Rhiannon.
Oh, okay.
Saying is
My
that
bad.
We'd like to just kind of disengage from him and wait for her.
Okay.
Is that all right, Rhiannon? Phil?
Yes, that's fine with me. So,
Yeah, once we disengage, I'll just let Rhiannon. I feel that this is definitely something that we could trade. As it is what it is, that there's something that we could trade to get you something really nice here. I think it's worth us presenting to the most important person. For one, the ability to trade this in its right like, but also, earning some respect here for doing the right thing. And I think that's why it's so important to present it to the leader of the town, or the leader of the tower.
indeed. So yeah, well, I'm gonna figure out something, to.
So are you going to head out, Gim, and then you're more than welcome. It's like Ventel tells you. You're more than welcome to stay here at the tower. You can leave. You can do whatever. But he says he has some work he needs to attend to, and he goes back to fiddling around with the laboratory type of outfit that's in the room. A few little small explosions. He yells, "Oh shit! That was a close one." It's just up to you guys what you want to do.
I'm trying to think what spells I'm trying to learn that I, didn't take.
There be an option here, just out of character, Dave. Would he have the option, since he's expressed wanting to unlearn that one spell? Would he have an option to undo that here?
Which one? The laser beam spell that you have there?
Scorching Ray. Yeah.
Scorching Ray? Yeah, that's it. I mean, do you literally ask him that?
I mean, well, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a fan of the spell speaking out of character. I'm not liking it because every time I've used it, I've pretty much missed.
Stop rolling shitty.
Well, the only reason I said it was because kind of out of character. If it's something that he knew as a mage that he could get done, then it would be maybe an opportunity. We were just trying to figure out whether or not that's even something possible.
Oh, it's definitely something possible. That's for sure. I mean, anything is possible, as long as it's within reason, and that is definitely within reason.
Actually, it's kind of like, it's not even that I'm even really unlearning it. It's just that I guess maybe it's like, you could say like, it's in my spell book and I don't want it to be in my spell book anymore, so maybe I'm looking to trade it with him for some other spell. If I don't know, someone
Yeah,
who knows.
I was just trying to throw some extra options out there since we were here.
Well, he's continually working on his chemistry set. So I mean, you're welcome to walk up to him and talk to him. You guys are not in the room anymore with him, not in the laboratory, but you're down on the the entrance level by the door. There's sort of like a guest area down there with some really nice cushiony chairs that you're really comfortable in, and you almost want to kind of steal these chairs, but maybe Juno would, but you guys wouldn't.
Let's see. Maybe I'll ask him. Then I'll go and ask him.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of what I would say. I mean, it's really kind of like, it's one of the spells that I've developed myself in a way, you could say, because it's just through trial and error, because it was one of the ones I gained through leveling up, right?
Well, I think that's one of the ones that you had actually gotten as a scroll, and then did you not scribe that into your spell book?
He chose that
or
from
did you
leveling
choose
up.
it? Oh, okay, all right, I got you.
Yeah.
Well, you're
So
fucked
that-
then, buddy.
that's kinda
No,
like-
I'm just kidding.
The way I was looking at it is like, maybe I'll see, I kind of developed this spell, and I'm not a fan of it myself, but maybe someone else would be, and so I'd be ask him if, anyone in the tower would be interested in trading spells, basically.
Do you mind if I hold your spell book so I can get a better look at this?
Rhiannon will actually look a little bit uncertain about that, but she will hand it over. But she'll warn him, you're going to want to be careful trying to read it. It's just, because
It's what?
it's made from a displacer beast. It's hide.
Ooh, a displacer beast. I've run across several of those in my times of being an
And well,
adventurer.
it's just, it makes it difficult for others to read my spell book.
He looks at it several minutes, and you hear a few scratching his chin. I see. And all right, to pause this here, did you actually tell him physically that you had this spell that you want to get rid of, or because you just kind of went up there and says, blah 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 blah, and I didn't hear anything of you wanting to, what you wanted to do with the spell that you really are not happy with?
I mean, I don't necessarily want to get rid of it, but maybe, see if anyone else would be interested in learning this spell and teach me another one in...
You mean this
payment
spell?
for it.
And he rips the page out of your book. No, I'm just kidding. He doesn't do that. Oh my goodness, I cracked myself up. He does tell you that there is a way to... You could take this spell, and you will be able to take it out of your spell book without physically damaging the spell book. But it's going to take... Probably it's a long process. It will probably take about a day, but he says that he can do it for you, and you are welcome to stay at the tower because he knows that a mage's spellbook is the most important thing in the world to a mage, and you are welcome to stay here at the tower. And he will take care of this process for you, and he will take it out of your book, and he can do this for you. He can either do two things. He can just get rid of it altogether, or he can take it all out of your book and put it onto a scroll for you. Your broadcasting scan.
I'm what?
You are broadcasting. So you have those choices, and he let you know that this process is not going to cost you anything because of the actual idol that you have.
Well, putting it on a scroll, then, yeah, that would be... I'd be interested in putting it on a scroll, then.
Okay. Well, like he had told you, it's going to take a day. It's going to be the full process is going to take a day. and he says that he
the,
can
the other question,
he
I
can
do
start
have a
on
question,
it within the next several hours.
Well, other than taking me out of the book like that, I'm just curious if